Welcome to the YouTube recap of Eggs in the Nest episode 19, Good Eggs Float. This week on Eggs in the Nest, Sprout and Sage try 3 different genres of eggs, cage-free, free-range, and regular. They all tasted the same, but a sense-fired intern was unable to carry out a single blind study, and we don't know which eggs were which. Perhaps most importantly, JTPRCDDWDC is announcing a free gift for our listeners. Simply email JTPRCDDWDCCD@gmail.com, your mailing address, and we'll send you a free JTPRCDDWDCCD. An unprecedented move that analysts are calling the deal of the century. Previously, you would have to be a Patreon member to receive a JTPRCDDWDCCD, but not this time. For more details, please email the above email address or submit a question to the Egg Court form on JTPRCDDWDC.com. Also applies last. Mailing addresses must be within the continental United States, Puerto Rico, or Greenland. You may or may not be notified that your CD has been shipped. Processing time of 1 business month is anticipated. Actual shipping time will vary. Actual content of JTPRCDDWDCCD is limited to 750 megabytes or less of data. A JTPRCDDWDCCD is an accumulation of all JTPRCDDWDC, EITN, and other affiliated media content since the previous JTPRCDDWDCCD was released. However, content may vary and/or content may be reduced in resolution, size, and/or eliminated in totality based on the available disk space without notice or explanation to the recipient of the JTPRCDDWDCCD. In other news, Eggs in the Nest Media is also hinting at a future product that will benefit the human race. A new and improved, environmentally friendly yet secure egg carton is reportedly in the works. JTPRCDDWDC engineers are calling them bulletproof egg cartons. Eggs in the Nest Media also announced, in cooperation with the JTPRCDDWDC Center for Learning, the world's first egg tasting class, anticipated start date in spring 2023. This would be an unprecedented class where you can become an egg tasting expert just like Sage and Sparty. Critics are already raving and suggesting that this is the sommelier of the 21st century. Now enjoy some episode highlights. For the full episode, tune into your favorite podcast hosting service or visit jtprcddwdc.com.
Come on, man.
This is breaking news.
Egg.
Also scary news. That's why this is labeled Egg Spooky on the soundboard.
Playing it again.
Yep. So, we're going to talk about the Sage token debacle. Now, I know I've been hearing a lot of people freaking out about Sage tokens. I guess you probably know why, Sage. And I guess I have to say you were right. For 2 months in a row, Sage tokens have lost value. We had a high in June at $4.41 a gallon of milk on average. Went down 1 penny in July. We're down to $4.38 for a gallon of milk on average. That's $4.38 per Sage token. It's disaster mode right now, Sage. We are
Sparty,
losing.
you are a market noob, okay? If you're freaking out about a 3 cent, it's a currency, Sparty.
Look,
it's tied to a gallon of milk, which we know fluctuates in price. The market, you need to go.
Sage. No, I'm just getting my info from the Sage token distribution people.
Right.
They got expert analysts.
You are spreading fear.
Well, I was told this, Sage. I was told Sage tokens would just keep getting higher and higher. It was a guaranteed thing.
Yeah.
But I tell you, I had my doubts. I had my doubt. I've been having my doubts, but I've been reassured. It's gonna go up. I was told after the election, it's going back up. Because think about it, the politicians gotta get reelected, you know? So they're gonna push down the milk prices.
By 3 whole cents a gallon.
I mean, next month, maybe another 3 cents, 5 cents, whatever.
You think that turns heads?
I think it is. And think about it. It's still a high value currency compared to the dollar, you know? You hold a Sage token, you hold 4 times as much money than you would if you had that $4 bill, $1, whatever. Anyway, I just say, I've had my doubts, and I know the listeners have their doubts, but keep your head high. I'm being told that it's going to turn around soon. In fact, now is a good time to buy Sage tokens because we're at a low. Buy now. So then, come the end of this year, early next year, they're saying 2023 Sage tokens could be $6. That's what I'm being told.
That would be horrible. The economic implications of a gallon of milk being $6. I'd like everybody to note that. Sparty plays the part very well.
Moving on. It's a little bit of art news.
Ooh.
This is old news.
Oh.
Have you heard of Hieronymus Bosch?
No, I have not heard of this
Hieronymus
guy.
Bosch.
No, sorry.
Now, this is old news. I'm sure a lot of people know about this guy. He's from I don't know how, he's a long time ago. Renaissance era, Leonardo da Vinci era, but he's in the Netherlands or one of those Benelux countries. Sage is already distracted on her phone. Very quickly, she does not care. But this is egg-related, Sage.
I'm kind of listening.
So as I want to just direct everyone, concert of the egg, or in the egg. Look at that. It's a concert in the egg.
Uh-huh.
I encourage everyone to look on the JTPRCDDWDCCD website, and they'll find this concert of the egg. It's a Sage, all these people piling into an egg.
Well, that's
on
creepy.
Let's see, the Garden of Earthly Delights. Actually, I think one of his probably most famous work has all manner of eggs to be found in that work. I would encourage you, Sage, to look into it. Take a look. Just all these eggs popping all over the place. He's all about eggs. That's really what he's pushing here. I'm calling it right now, and there'll be some research, I bet, that comes up soon. He will. You know who Nostradamus is?
A vampire?
He predicted they say he predicted some things like 9/11. If you can look on the History Channel.
That's pretty wild.
If you grew up when I did and you watch the History Channel, you'll see some Nostradamus stuff where they said he predicted 9/11. He didn't. But Hieronymus Bosch, I'm calling it now, the Nostradamus of his time predicted this eggs in the nest. Breaking news.
More breaking news.
While you were out partying and getting drunk the other night,
I don't.
Chase Cheese Tremont on Twitter.
I like cheese. Sue me.
Put out a little thing. He
He's a
said,
very famous guy.
"You said he's a famous guy."
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Oh no, he's a writer for Egg News.
Oh, my bad.
You don't know
How
Chase
could I
Tremont?
forget him?
Oh, he's the bald guy. You know, you've seen him on.
Oh yeah, that bald guy.
Chase Tremont put out on Twitter. He said, "Call in to the Egg in the Nest special right now that's going on for some call in. You know, anyone can call in, say what you want to say,
like a radio show.
Like a radio show." So I recorded it. No one listened. But I had some call-ins. Would you like to hear it?
Really? Sure.
Yeah, all right.
You probably. What is this?
All right. Well, hey, we got the second caller. You can comment over this too. Egghead. Edna, you're on.
Is this the Nest of Eggs podcast?
This is Eggs in the Nest. This was an old lady podcast.
Okay. Because I eat Starbucks every day.
Oh.
And the cold foam in the cold brew, it also has eggs in it.
It does?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
That's why it doesn't mix into your drink. If you shake it, it congeals at the top.
Wow. Well, what happens when...
good eggs float. Good eggs float.
Good eggs float.
And Sage is being a wicked witch and doesn't know what she's talking about.
Oh, the Wicked Witch Sage. Can you believe it?
And then there's also the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine. Now, how could Starbucks be involved in that?
That's
What?
That's kind of scary. What did they start the whole thing?
Oh.
Perhaps. I'm not going to read on it anymore and just assume that that's true.
That's enough. Yeah, I mean, we don't got to read into it that much. We got the headline
That's
there.
a list. So I'd like to invite Egghead Alley to reconsider.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I think, yeah. So you are a strong Sage supporter then? Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Sage is the correct host in all debates on the hit podcast.
Right. Where do you land on the sunflower debate?
On the sunflower debate, I am firmly on Sage's side. Look at the time. Gotta go.
Hey,
what
was that editing? Okay, so I wanted to go to one of her other posts.
Whoops.
Where she's asking, she said, "Heard we had Facebook grammar police? Was just if my Wonder post is correct and how my grammar is." Donna said, in a more serious kind of comment, Remember, not everyone has a new iPhone or top-of-the-line equipment to use. Eyesight might be bad with or without glasses. Some may not be able to afford newer glasses to see small fonts. Some may have fat fingers, accidentally hit the wrong letter. LOL, so many possibilities / reasons for typos. I have mine magnetized to the real big letters. Yeah. Now, this one is funny. If you don't know this about me, I went to Southeast. She posted... So I was just heard Southeast School back in the 90s had a dress code that included no one allowed to wear shorts. Seriously? And I was like, who gives a shit about like a dress code from the 90s? So I just thought it was hilarious. And then I scrolled down and there's 178 comments on the post.
All the class of 1990 came out.
Yeah, Donna, wait, is this the same Donna? Not the same Donna. Another Donna said, when I went, no jeans or any kind of pants were allowed. Only in winter, but when you got to school, you had to take them off. I was in grade school then. It was a pretty strict dress code. So... And then Brad commented, okay, boomer.
Nice.
A shared couple account, Brett and Tiffany.
Aw.
They said, yes, no shorts and no skirts about your fingertips.
Last word, Sage?
Nope.
All
Everyone
right.
have a fantastic time of the week whenever this comes out. Chungus.
Egg.
You're supposed to be proud of being a slut.
I'm gonna brush my teeth.